Welcome to the largest annual celebration by the Sikh faith, Vaisakhi. These days, Vaisakhi is celebrated in every corner of the world. But there is one festival that draws crowds of up to 200,000. It is the biggest of its kind outside of India, and it takes place on Canada's west coast. This is Surrey, British Columbia, a suburb of Greater Vancouver. It is home to a Vaisakhi parade that attracts tens of thousands of people to take part in the Sikh festival from all over the world. This year, the Canadian military is making a special appearance to honor Sikhs with a first-of-a-kind ceremony. Members from the Armed Forces, Navy, and Special Air Forces are on hand to mark the day and honor the main float carrying the Guru Granth Sahib. The main float will lead a parade through the heart of the city. It has taken a half-dozen volunteers a few months of work to get every detail of the float perfect for carrying the Holy Scripture. It is rebuilt from scratch every year with brand new fabric and fresh flowers. Thousands of dollars are spent to make sure no detail is spared and nothing is repeated. Even today's military ceremony is new to Vaisakhi, but its roots are deep within Sikhism. Nobody knows that better than newspaper publisher Harbinder Singh Sehwag. He comes from generations of military family behind him and a deep understanding within of Sikhs standing side by side their fellow Canadians in wars gone by and in present day. Harbinder Singh thinks it's a natural fit to bring together Canadian military's finest with Sikhs as they share the same morals and ethics when it comes to serving and protecting humankind.
We believe that justice should be fought all over the world, not only in India. And as we progress to different countries, I think it's natural Sikhs should take up the challenge our Guru set for us and should participate wherever we are.
The arrival of the military to Vaisakhi was a plan put together by Harbinder Singh, who says it's important to salute the men and women who have fought to protect the values of justice and equality for all Canadians. His hope is that this participation by the military will be an annual affair and will introduce Sikh youth to Canadian military where they can continue the proud tradition of service as done by gurus and generations before them. Harbinder Singh is also working on plans for a Sikh military cadet corps. For the Canadian military, it's just as important to be present in a community and religion devoted to its soldiers and forefathers.
Khalsa, 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 Khalsa.
For the Canadian military, it's just as important to be present in a community and religion devoted to its soldiers and forefathers.
It's incredibly important for the Canadian military to be out in a community like the Sikh community, so that they can gain a better appreciation of who and what we are and what we do. We're there to represent them. So part and parcel of that is them understanding us a little bit better and thereby bridging the gap or the divide that may exist between the Sikh community and current Canadian military forces.
The Canadian military is part of the opening ceremony for this year's Vaisakhi. It's an honor that is equally shared. Over the years, Vaisakhi has not only been attracting larger crowds or seen the incorporation of all cultures, religions, and aspects, but also has taken a place in mainstream media. The oldest and biggest newspaper publication on the West Coast, the Province newspaper, released a special 28-page pull-out section. It highlighted the holy shrine of the Golden Temple on the front page, stories of how Vaisakhi was started, and pictures from the harvest season. It also featured a timeline showcasing a century of Sikhism in British Columbia. Feature articles were also written to educate readers on the Sikh traditions, from why they wear turbans and to the Sikh teachings of giving back to the community. And a perfect way to share the message, telling the story of one of the most prominent families of Vaisakhi. Meet Babur Singh and his family. For the past decade, they have spent countless hours making food to hand out to thousands of people who attend the festival. What may seem like a tiring and daunting task is something Babur Singh considers an honor.
ਸੇਵਾ ਹੈਗੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਗੁਰੂਆਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਕਰਨੀ ਆ ਪਰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਰਦਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਛੋਟੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਤੋਂ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਪਰ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਆਪੂ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਫੀਲ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ ਤੇ ਮੋਰ ਪਾਵਰ ਫੀਲ ਕਰਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਕਦੀ ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੁਣ 2 ਦਿਨ ਤੋਂ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਕਦੀ ਵੀ ਸਟਾਪ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤੀ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਥਕਾਵਾ ਵੀ ਫੀਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਇਆ ਕਦੀ ਵੀ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਥੱਕ ਗਿਆ ਬਸ ਬਹੁਤ ਬੜੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਸੇਵਾਦਾਰ ਆਏ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਵੀ ਤੂੰ ਹੁਣ ਚਾਹ ਪੀ ਲਾ ਜਾਂ ਖਾ ਲਾ ਪਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਭੁੱਖ ਵੀ ਘੱਟ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਤੇ ਬਸ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰੀ ਜਾਣ ਨੂੰ ਦਿਲ ਕਰਦਾ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਹਾਂ
ਕਿੰਨਾ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ
ਜਿੰਨਾ ਸਵਾਸ ਲੈਣਾ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਆ ਉਨੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਨੀ ਆ
Hundreds of pounds of vegetables, sugar and chickpeas goes into some of the many delicious dishes.
ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਲਮੋਸਟ 1 ਮੰਥ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਪ੍ਰਿਪੇਅਰ ਕਰਦਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਲੰਗਰ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤੀ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਲਮੋਸਟ ਵੀਕ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਵੀਕ ਤੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਗਰੋਸਰੀ ਇਕੱਠੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ 2 ਦਿਨ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਆ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਵੇਰੇ ਅਰਲੀ ਆ ਗਏ ਸੀਗੇ ਤੇ ਸ਼ਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਹਨੇਰੇ ਹੋਏ ਗਏ ਆ ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਅੱਜ ਵੀ ਸਵੇਰ ਦੇ 5 ਵਜੇ ਦੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਏ ਹੋਏ ਆ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਲਮੋਸਟ ਸਾਰੀ ਦਿਹਾੜੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਰਹਿਣਾ
ਇੱਥੇ ਕੀ ਕੁਝ ਬਣੂਗਾ
ਇੱਥੇ ਬ੍ਰੈਡ ਪਕੌੜਾ ਬਣੂਗਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੜੀ ਚੌਲ ਬਣਨਗੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਚਾਹ ਬਣੂਗੀ ਜਲੇਬੀਆਂ ਬਣਨਗੀਆਂ ਹਲਵਾ ਬਣੂਗਾ ਤੇ ਚਨਾ ਮਸਾਲਾ ਬਣੂਗਾ
The generosity of Sikhs here and around the world is what publisher Harbinder Singh thinks is the reason for the popularity of this festival.
Minority has become mainstream as far as I'm concerned in Canada. And this is one of the examples of how community from the South Asian community can get together to celebrate not only their culture but their religion in a free country like Canada.
The Canadian Armed Forces also sees this event as a great way to find the right men and women to join their troops in serving, peacekeeping, and on overseas missions.
Well, we think it's incredibly important to be here because one of the things that the military has to do is connect with the population of Canada. Whether that be the Sikh community, the Chinese community, any town or city across Canada, it's incredibly important for us to explain to Canadians what it is that their military is and does. The Sikh community is no different from our perspective in that we really have to get out and tell the message about who and what we are and then help folks understand who and what we are.
The Canadian military is just one of the many displays seen at Vaisakhi today. Song and dance are a huge part of the day's celebrations. From acoustic live shabs to full energy Bhangra performances. It's a day filled with sharing, giving, and honoring the gurus. The lives of Sikhs and non-Sikhs seem to interact at every corner. For some devoted Sikhs, this religious occasion means a renewal of faith.
To me, it's kind of a renewal of my faith. Every year when we come to the Vaisakhi Nagar Kirtan, it's a big reminder of what I do daily. Like the daily prayers that I do and interacting with people and whatnot. It reminds me the reason, like why I need to put my full faith into that, because it tends to become a little tedious and robotic at times when I'm busy with school or just with family and whatnot. So Vaisakhi is kind of just a personal reminder to me that I'm doing this for what reason I'm doing this, and that I need to just keep going, keep on going. That is what Vaisakhi does to me every year. It's like a boost.